Dear Diary, last night I laid on my back, gripping the rug and moaning. The pleasure came in waves. Oh, God! I yelled. The firelight cast a shadow of our sweaty bodies entwined like serpents. Above me, my best friend's cinnamon brown eyes twinkled. I touched her face. She wrapped her mouth around my thumb and continued snaking her body on top of me. Her breast slipped against mine. Her saliva slid down my hand as she hummed. My nerves sang in tune and my heart gushed. "I love you," I said. Her body quivered and she thrust it deeper into me. I gripped her ass, lifted my hips higher and begged her to keep going. She pumped me to a rhythm that thrummed my insides until my body erupted. A tsunami of pleasure engulfed me as my screams filled the room. Breathless and buzzing, I sprawled beside her. As always, the sex was cathartic. I know how to get what I need when I need it. But last night, I got that feeling I've been chasing since the first time a man primed my body with his tongue before penetrating me into bliss. It was intimate, like what they say only happens with the person you're meant for. After years of getting off, I finally made love. We were one, hearts afloat, bodies pulsing, blood swelling our veins, and emotions seeping through my pores as sweat and tears of joy. I smeared the love that spilled from me onto her thigh. A tough, hairy thigh. My heart sank. An imposter laid beside me. He intertwined his fingers in mine, kissed my hand, and said, "I love you too." I swallowed hard and stared at the ceiling. I couldn't reply. My stomach drops. I closed the notebook, wishing I hadn't ignored the warning my 15-year-old niece Bo had scrawled on the cover. "If you respect my privacy, you won't read this." There's no way she could be carrying on like this under my nose. It's probably just her way of purging her thoughts like I used to do when I was her age. Besides, if these feelings were real, she'd come talk to me. I'm more than just an aunt to her. Bo took to me from the day my brother Hector introduced me to his sweet-faced toddler and asked for help raising her. She claimed everything at that age. Mi casa, mi papi, and I was mi Ajha. No matter how many times Hector told her to call me Tia or Auntie, Bo insisted on saying Maja, like I was her mom, only better. Waiting in my car, I slipped the notebook back between the driver's seat and the console where my phone fell. The parking lot of this new shopping complex is the picture of upper-middle-class complacency, bustling with hyper-teenage cliques and happy families climbing in and out of SUVs. But the image of my niece climaxing on someone's rug sends the sushi swimming in my stomach upstream. I clutch my throat and grab my phone, though there's no one I can call who won't judge Bo or blame me for her behavior. A notification scrolls across the screen. Someone seeking guidance from Dear Cynthia, the advice blog I run under an alias so no one knows it's me reading their secret dilemmas and dispensing advice. If my followers knew the child I've been raising in my image did the things her notebook says, they'd never ask for another word of advice from me. They'd probably troll my site until it crashed. And then it hits me. I thumb the keys in a flurry. Posing as a follower, I post my dilemma in the community dialogue section of my website. Dear Cynthia, I need help. According to my teenager's diary, she's either thinking about or is having lots of inappropriate sex. I can't imagine where she learned it because it goes against every example my husband and I have set for her. I can't bear the thought of anyone finding out about it, not even our family. How can I get her to stop before it destroys the reputation I've worked so hard to uphold? I welcome any advice this community can offer because you're the only resource Mom! Sweltering heat rushes in as the back door opens and then slams. I startle and drop my phone. We walked through the parking lot for 10 minutes looking for you. Andres flops into the back seat beside the groceries. Why didn't you pull up to the door when I texted? We almost died. Bo opens the front door but stops short of getting in the car. She leans over it and giggles at a white teen in a Lil Wayne t-shirt revving a red crotch rocket. His sagging shorts expose Ethica underwear. What? She says. I said your Auntie's 6 series is dope. The teen shouts in a forced urban accent to mask his suburban background. I reach over the passenger seat and tug Bo's shorts. Sit down. Hold up, Mac, Bo shouts to the boy over the noise of his engine. She pokes her head in the car. That's my friend, the one I told you about. Want to meet him? I frown, thinking, you mean the creep in your notebook? No, Bonita, I say. Get in the car. Ooh, formal name. You better get in, Bo. Mom ain't playing, Andres says. Sorry, jeez. Bo waves goodbye to the boy and plops in the front seat. I pull out of the mall parking lot, wondering where I lost her. When I left for work this morning, I kissed a well-bred suburban girl innocently enjoying her youth. Suddenly, I see what bothered Hector all along. Bottoms that reveal too much of her slender brown thighs, snug tops that accentuate her high adolescent breasts and slim waistline, a look that draws more attention than a girl her age can handle. Then again, I think as I glance toward the hidden notebook, maybe she can. Her writing is way more vivid than anything I ever wrote about my crush. God, I pray that doesn't mean it's true. Either way, it's terrifying to know she's somehow been exposed to that kind of stuff. Fashion is art, Poppy. They're just clothes. Jeez, let me have some fun, Bo insists every time my brother objects to her outfits. And I've concurred. Hector, as long as it's not showing cleavage or butt cheeks, let her be. You'd never know my brother's 5 years older than me the way he always concedes. Okay, Ajha, I'm going to trust you know about this kind of stuff. That's his conclusion for every discussion we have about relationships. I wish I had taken his perspective as a man and a father into account. If I had, maybe Bo wouldn't be doing this mess, or at least then Hector could share the blame. But he's convinced I know better how to raise his daughter than he does, so he lets me have the final word. And along with the glory, I have to accept the blame for her faults. Bo has always been my mini-me, an impressive force with a gift for articulating her point of view. Perhaps her terrible twos were an early indicator of this wayward behavior. Except now it's not cute. Back then, instead of saying grandma, Bo retaliated by calling her Noma, because no Bo was Mommy's way of scolding her spoiled grandbaby. Those days are a blur, like her thumbs tapping that iPhone she's fixated on. Mom, the light's green. Oh, I hit the gas. Can we go to Ben & Jerry's? I'm having a heat stroke. Andres, stop being dramatic, I say. Why didn't you get something before you left the mall? You didn't put enough money on my card. Boy, $100 is more than enough for school supplies and something from the food court. Andres grins at me in the rearview mirror. You don't like us eating that junk. So we got a balanced meal from a healthy restaurant. He's right, Maja, Bo says, extending her fist to give Andres some dap. And it's the kind of place you have to leave a tip. Plus, Deshaun didn't have enough money, so I paid for his food, Mom, Andres says. That's nice of you to treat your friend. But you wouldn't have had to buy your own lunch had you guys let me take you school shopping. They snicker. Masha, no one wants to hang around their parents, Bo says. Then I guess you guys will be broke until your next allowance. No, Andres will be broke. Mac paid for my lunch and school supplies. I still have all my extra money. I snap my head around to Bo. Mom, watch out! Tires screech, groceries tumble to the floor, and we stop inches from smashing into the side of a squad car. Its siren drowns Bo's scream. Masha, you ran the light! I didn't see it change, I say. I didn't see anything changing.